everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video, the part 2 video you've all been asking me for, how would all the miraculous ladybug characters die if this show was made for adults? However, before we start and talking about death, please don't leave any leaks down below in the comments. I haven't seen any of the leaks or read the show Bible, and we are so close to the end of the season right now as we're filming this anyway. I've managed to keep myself and my comment section fairly safe, so please don't ruin it now. Please do not leave any leaks down below about anything. Thank you very much. And the second thing is that this video is gonna basically like poke fun at death. I know not everyone is comfortable with those kinds of jokes, so if that's not you, if something in your life has just happened now, some of these deaths really aren't very nice that I've picked out. So if you're not feeling great, I wouldn't watch this video, and if you think you're feeling okay but during the video you start to feel some type of way, please do not leave the video feeling super sad. There are suicide prevention links and other links for other resources down in the description box, so please check them. I don't want anyone leaving this video feeling that way. Please make sure you are safe first and foremost. I don't care if you don't watch the video, right? Just make sure you're gonna be okay. And I guess like part of the reason why I'm okay with making a video like this, if you don't know, I am studying suicide and the causes and prevention of suicide in part of my PhD and ways to stop it. So, you know, sometimes like for 5 days a week when I'm doing PhD stuff, it can be pretty depressing just to read about it all day. So as morbid as it is, I try and want to make it a bit more fun, and I won't lie to you, ever since I was a young age I've had a morbid fascination with death. So this is the result of it. And the last thing before we start, I want to say, he's gonna hate me first, but I want to say a massive thank you to one of my moderators, Ahmed. I was really struggling yesterday coming up with some of these before I had to film, but he really came through and helped me, so thank you very much, Ahmed. I couldn't have done it without you. So besties, let's get into it. How would all the miraculous ladybug characters die if this show was for adults? Part 2. Okay, so first up, we have our favourite, Gabriel, babes. So his strengths: great husband. He is, yeah, gone above and beyond, alright, for Emily. Great husband, I'd marry him. And he's extremely dedicated to the cause. Oh boy, I've never known anyone this dedicated, ever. He also has great legs. Like, he has never skipped leg day once in his life. But weaknesses, he's a bad dad, that's what I'm saying. I'd marry him, but I'd be like, Gabriel, you're not having children because you are a terrible father. Okay, I'd marry you, but no kids. Okay. Great husband, bad dad. Anyway, awful fashion designer. Oh my god, I don't think I've liked a single thing of his. Like, Adrian's outfit's okay, assuming it's all Gabriel. Like, I know his shoes definitely are, but god, like, for the most part. Don't like it. And what is that haircut? What is it? Why did you decide that? I preferred the one when you were younger. He's also stupid, obviously. And he's also really bad at making pancakes. Like, if a 14-year-old has, like, she doesn't even taste them, she just looks at them, she's like, I know they're bad, okay, I'm a baker's daughter, I can just tell. My baker senses are tingling, your pancakes are bad, man. So anyway, how he'd die? It would be an accidental death. Very anticlimactic, because, you know, he's so stupid. He's gonna stab himself with a pen, slowly die from ink poisoning, but he's gonna blame it all on Ladybug. Because this man blames every single problem he's probably ever had in his life, retrospectively, on Ladybug, even the problems he had in his life from before she was even born, since she's a lot younger than him. Anyway, next up we have Natalie, my queen. She's good at everything. Nothing she can't do. She's a treasure hunter, personal assistant, surrogate mum, pro wrestler. You need Natalie. Weaknesses, none. She is flawless. Queen Natalie. All hail. Oh my god. Amazing. How she'd die, I don't want to do. Okay, but if she has to, she's gonna live to a very old age, okay? I'm talking like 95 old age, but like she's not gonna be like, can't walk 95. This is Natalie, right? She's gonna be amazing every single year of her life. She's just, oh my god, I want to be like Natalie when I grow up, she says at 26, okay? But you're never done growing up, okay? So Adrian and Marinette get married, she's totally there for him. They both have kids. Natalie is the best grandma to those kids, and then Adrian and Marinette and their 3 children and the nameless hamster take care of Natalie until she dies of an old age. She passes away peacefully in her sleep, I imagine, and then they have a state funeral for her like the queen she is. Everyone in Paris attends, it's televised, everyone in France sees it, everyone in other countries see it, 30 million people worldwide tune in to see the funeral of this marvellous woman. Natalie, I love you. Okay, up next we have Felix. He has a lot of plot armour. So much plot armour, oh my god. He's also British. I think, I don't know. I have absolutely zero idea what country Felix is from, but if he lives in the UK then to me he is British, so, you know, that's a great quality to have because I'm also British. And if he is in England, he also has access to Jaffa cakes and now besties. If you're not from the UK and never been here and you don't have Jaffa cakes in your country, you are sorely missing out, alright? They are the best. I could literally go in the kitchen and scran a whole packet now. They are so good, so easy to eat. If you ever come to the UK, you need to try Jaffa cakes, okay? He also has nice eyebrows. Like, I know he looks the same as Adrian, but like, I don't know, Felix, he just does more with his eyebrows. I like it. So weaknesses, he lives near me, sadly. Whilst I live absolutely nowhere near London, it's near enough that it's a disadvantage. You don't want to live anywhere near me, I'm a nightmare. And he also goes to a British school, which I guess could technically be a strength. I do feel like British school children are built different. We are absolutely feral when you go to school with us. But you know, doesn't give you always the best personality traits to go to school here. He also lives under a Tory government. Now I would think Felix is a Tory, but for everyone else here I think it is a disadvantage. He's also a kidnapper, kidnapped Kagami, that's not good, and also tried to kiss people without the consent. I could name more, like him snapping everyone in Paris, you know what I mean? But you know. Anyway, how we die. Yeah, Felix is probably a bit too clever to die. You know, get murdered by someone, so I think he's just absolutely sick of everyone. Fakes his own death, okay, so kind of dying. Moves to a deserted island, tells no one. So in a way he does die. Everyone thinks he's dead, so it's really the same thing. I just don't think he'd get murdered. He's too smart, sorry. Like, I don't even like him that much, even I can admit he's too smart to get murdered. And he lives out the rest of his life in peace. Just what Felix wants. So up next we have Tom. Yeah, he's a great husband, great father, great baker. He's a great all-around guy. However, how does he use his fingers? They are huge. Like, how do you get? How can you use a phone? Your alliance ring? How? Like, how? How do you even use like a pair of keys, Tom? Like, your finger's probably bigger than the key. You know what I mean? Like, how does he operate on a day-to-day basis? I don't know. He also has a mustache, which seems like a strange thing to put on a weakness list. However, I do view facial hair as a weakness. If you're watching me and you have facial hair, how are you doing? Are you alright? I hope you're alright. And he also believes Chloe and Lila over his own daughter. Like, they don't even try to defend her or try and like work out. They're just like, yeah, these two girls who we don't know. Correct, our daughter's a liar, a thief, whatever, pushes people down the stairs. Like, they just believe it. Like, they don't even question it. It's like, yeah, Marinette would do that. When she wouldn't. God. So how he die? So Gabriel Babes is going to set in motion Cat-like 2. Tom is like, nope, you're not upsetting my daughter. We all know he can get very protective over her. He goes to confront Gabriel Babes, and even though Gabriel is pretty stupid, he is also Monarch Daddy. So he transforms and uses his powers to push Tom off a building. Dies. Sad way to go, I know. So up next though we have his wife. We have Sabine, who is also a queen. She's fabulous. She's a sweetheart. She's a cutie pie. And she's a great mum. But again, same problem as Tom. Believes Chloe and Lila over her own daughter. Like, you know, Marinette is like goodness personified. Why would she do any of those things they've said she'd done? I don't get it. So how'd she die? Lila manages to convince Sabine that she is also Sabine's daughter. How? Don't know, but she does. Everyone seems to believe Lila. No questions asked. So Sabine lets her move in, and then Lila smothers her in her sleep. Great. Up next we have Emily. Strengths. She's very important and she has yet to do anything. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you ever make a live action Miraculous, whether it's a film or a TV show, I would absolutely love to play Emily. Why? Because she's done nothing but she's still very important. That's what I want for me in life, to do nothing but still be important. We are one in the same, me and Emily. We are like this. I am her, she is me. Do nothing, be important. What more could you want from life? Weaknesses, she is arguably lazy because like I said, she's done nothing. And also arguably abusive. Like, I know we don't know for certain yet, but like, okay, yeah, so Gabriel is keeping Adrian locked away at certain points, but like, Adrian never went to school prior to the show starting. So whilst I hope Emily is better, I'm not sure she's much better, but I don't know yet, hence why it's arguably abusive, because I don't know. How she'd die? Well, Emily, love, you're an overachiever. Because she already is. Amazing woman. So up next we have her sister, Emily. Strength, she is less lazy than her sister because she actually does stuff. She also lives in the UK, like I said, being British. It's a plus. Weaknesses though, she's more bothered about a party than her son being missing. She's like, when she walks in emotion, she's like, Gabriel, you haven't helped me find my son, but you also didn't invite me to your party, how dare you? Like, why would you even care he's having a party, you psychopath? And she's also keeping secrets from me. Like in Felix, she said, do you want to know the story of the twin rings? And I was like, yes, Emily. She's not told me. How dare she? It's not on really. And she also raised Felix. And whilst to some degree I'm like, yeah, Felix is super clever, but also on the other side I'm like, yeah, he's also kind of evil. So, I'm not sure you did a great job. Anyway, how she'd die. It's revealed she is also keeping her husband's corpse in her house somewhere. I don't know, it looks like she lives in an apartment or a flat. So she doesn't have a basement, but she's rich, so she's probably like keeping him under the pool or something. I don't know, I'm not rich. I don't know what rich people do. If you are rich, where would you hide a dead body in your house? So she's arrested, and then because everyone in the UK is so disgusted with what she did, we bring back capital punishment just for her. I don't think any crime in the UK is actually punishable by death anymore. I'm pretty sure we got rid of it all. Yeah, that's not a thing here anymore. So, next up we have Tomaway, her strengths. She has amazing hearing. Oh my god, intuition. Crikey. Like, what do they put in the alliance rings? Amazing stuff. She can also beat you up. She is great at fighting. Oh my god, I would not want to get on the wrong side of Tomaway. And she also has a lot of money. Which, you know, she does seem to... I mean, she's kind of like the Elon Musk of Miraculous, really. Also has kind of strange views as well, which makes them look like Elon Musk. Weaknesses though, she's an abusive mum. Even though I don't really like Kagami, that doesn't mean you get to treat Kagami like trash. Like, she's still a child. Still child abuse Tomaway. Okay, and you're probably the reason why Kagami is the way she is. The reason why I don't like her very much, which isn't very nice. She critiques art when she can't even see it. Like, Kagami's art is good. What are you on about? It's like, it's not even, like, it is good, you can't see it! And she once gave Gabriel Babes access codes to a spaceship. Why would you? What possessed you? What is wrong with all the adults in the show? I don't get it. So, how she die? Sick of the abuse against senti monsters, Kagami and Felix, who are now dating, team up and they murder her together like the true power couple I know they can be. I'm like on the fence going back and forth whether or not I ship them. I think they're kind of cute together, but also at the same time I'm like, in emotion, right at the end when Felix had to destroy his senti monster, he called them his sister, so if they both are truly senti, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, it's a bit weird that she also dated his cousin as well, so it's like, okay, I'm not sure Adrian or Kagami would mind all that much, but you know what I mean. I also kind of want Kagami to get with Luca, but to be fair, I think I ship everyone with Luca. I also kind of want Felix to get with Luca. I just think it'd be adorable. Anyway, so up next we have Andre. Strengths. He is a great dad to Zoe. And that is the only strength I gave him. Because weaknesses, he's a terrible father to Chloe. He has no spine. He's a terrible mayor. Bribes the school. What is that about? So how we die? Audrey is bored, asks if she can run Andre over. He says yes, because like I said, spineless. Like he would totally say yes to that. And he dies. What are you gonna do? Up next we have Audrey, so strengths. She has a great catchphrase. You're fired. Amazing. Weaknesses though. Terrible mum to both children, like at least Andre's nice to, well, Zoe's not even his child, but you know what I mean, at least he's good with Zoe. She's bad to both of them. She's also a terrible boss, firing anyone for the most minor of inconveniences. She looks like an alien without her sunglasses. I actively hate it when she takes her sunglasses off, even just to like peer over them. She looks very strange. And she's also based on Anna Wintour. If you don't know who Anna Wintour is, she's the editor-in-chief of Vogue, and this is the reason why it's now a weakness, because I used to like Anna Wintour. So the editor-in-chief in Vogue is in charge of setting the theme for the Met Gala every year, and the Met Gala that's just happened, the theme was Karl Lagerfeld, who used to be like the creative director of Chanel and Fendi, which sounds amazing. And Karl Lagerfeld was really fat-phobic, he hated immigrants, kind of homophobic. He was really against the Me Too movement, kind of misogynistic. He was like an all-round not great of a person. So whilst I used to be like, oh, that's cool, she's based off Anna Wintour, now I'm like, Anna Wintour, why did you pick the theme as Karl Lagerfeld? I don't understand. So how would Audrey die? So she fires far too many people. Past employees take revenge and fire her, except this time literally because they set her on fire. Next up we have Zoe. I love Zoe. She's kind, she's caring, she's lovely, she has cool hair, and she has great fashion sense. She's one of probably my favourite civilian outfits in the show, even though her legs kind of look like she's wearing banana peels. Weaknesses though. Everybody hates her and I don't get why. Why? Don't get it. So how'd she die? The fandom works out how to breach the fourth wall. By the fourth wall I mean the screen, and enter the show. They immediately go to the hotel, find Zoe, publicly execute her. Because whilst I wouldn't want that to happen, that's totally what people would do. Because this fandom is crazy and they aren't reasonable with anything. Good to know. Up next we have Jagged Stone. Strengths. He's a great father to Luca. Kind of. Is dating Penny. Penny, oh my god. Amazing couple. Was iconic as a crocodile in Wishmaker. Amazing. However, he is a terrible father to Julika. Great to Luca, terrible to Julika. Like, what are you on? And I have some really bad Akuma villain design. I really hate Guitar Villain. Also the name itself, like, don't like it. So how we die. Fang finally snaps, literally, now that Jagged is finally taking care of one of his children, but not of him. So he eats Jagged alive. Don't neglect the rest of your children, Jagged, okay? You gotta take care of them all, not just one of them. So up next we have Nadia. I love Nadia. She has a great haircut. Her haircut, the colour of the hair, absolutely love it. She does a great job, I think, on the news. And I really appreciate what she did for the fandom in Prime Queen. She was basically like, there was a fandom episode, like we were all like that. Like now Kiss, and Ladybug's just like, no. Our weaknesses, her child is so annoying. Not the most annoying child on the show, but you know, still pretty annoying. And she's also slightly intrusive. Again, I appreciate what she did in Prime Queen, but like, calm down. So how'd she die? Manon misbehaves, so as punishment, Nadia takes away all the toys. Fair. Manon tells Chris what happened. Chris gives Manon some poison because Chris is the Antichrist and has access to things like that. And Manon poisons his mum, and she dies. It had to be Chris. Like, Chris is, like I said, the Antichrist, you know? Up next we have Mr. Ramier. I love Mr. Ramier. So strengths, he loves pigeons. That is totally a strength. I love pigeons. It's a strength, okay? He has also a very sharp dress sense. I love how he dresses. He is also willing to give CPR to a pigeon. What's not to love with that? Like, amazing guy. Weaknesses though, might be a furry. Not sure how I feel about that. So how he would die. His love for pigeons would kill him. His pockets are full of birdseed, gets swarmed by pigeons, they eat the birdseed, it's not enough, they then eat him. But to be fair, I think he'd enjoy it. He'd go in a way he'd love, you know? So up next we have Andre, the other Andre. Why there are two Andres in the show, I will never know. So strengths, he sells ice cream. I love ice cream, that's the strength. I'd be best friends with this man so I could get free ice cream, okay? Awesome voice. I think Ezra does an amazing job giving Andre a voice. He also ships Lady Noir and Adrianette. Of course he's wonderful. Weaknesses. This is an instruction for me to have a rant about the ice creams. Because the whole time I put so much stock into them because the show told us to, about like if you eat this together you're going to be a couple together. So I was like, well okay, well Adrian Kagami can't have one, Luca and Marinette can't have one, only Adrian and Marinette can have one together. And then he was like, oh I can't do an ice cream between the three of you, Marinette, Adrian, Kagami, but he managed it with no problem in like, what emotion was it? And then it turns out in Wishmaker you could have ice cream as friends. I got so upset over those ice creams in the season 3 finale. Really upset. And then I found out the season afterwards and it doesn't actually matter. So annoyed. God. Anyway, how he die. He ships Lady Noir and Adrianette so much that he takes it too literally and buys 2 ships with their names on it. He is on one. The ships crash. He drowns. but it was in the name of love though. I appreciate his dedication to these two ships. You need to tell him though at some point, okay? Like, who else do I want to know? I think, you know, Tom and Sabine and maybe Natalie would be good candidates for knowing your identities. Maybe Nino. But then after that, I really think you need to tell Andre. He needs to know, okay? So up next we have Miss Bustier. She's a great teacher. She has a great understanding of colours. She always looks amazing. Like, she matches so well. She's great. But also, again, she believes Chloe and Lila. I don't know why you would. And lacks any sense of punishment in the classroom. Chloe has been cheating for literally her whole school career, and your only punishment you can think to give her is, oh, I guess you might fail the exams, but that's on you. Does it look like Chloe cares? It's not a punishment if the student doesn't care. God. So how's she die? She trusts Chloe and Lila too much. They're upstairs in the school. They push her down the stairs, Lion King style. There are knives at the bottom. She dies. Please imagine for this her not pregnant. I am not about killing pregnant ladies or people in general, regardless of whether or not they are pregnant. Anyway, up next we have Mr. Damocles' strengths. He has great eyebrows. Amazing. I could never, Mr. Damocles. The episode where he was akumatized was amazing. I hear a lot of people complain about it for the animation, but I'm like, that's a solid episode with the section in the like storage container. Like, it's the start of my first audio fic. I love that moment. Dark Owl for the longest time used to be one of my favourite episodes. What a great episode. Weaknesses, he takes bribes. He's not good at his job. And he's also not good at his side hustle either. You're terrible at both. Like, at least be good at one, you're bad at both of them. So how he die? Still pretends to be the owl, rescuing a cat from a tree. Very tall tree. He falls. Ladybug and Cat Noir aren't there to help, so he falls, hits his head, gets amnesia, thinks he's an owl for the rest of his life, and Mr. Ramier looks after him. So in a way he dies. Kind of. He doesn't remember his past self for the rest of his life, so it's like dying. It's close enough, you know? So up next we have Ms. Mendeleev. Strengths. She knows the Kwame exist and has tried to do nothing else with it. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't leave it alone, personally. Her shirt is so cool as well. It's like little equations all over it. It's awesome. Weaknesses. Her chin. Do I need to say anything else? Look at it. Ugh. So how'd she die? In the name of science, obviously. So she's in class, doing an experiment with the kids. She's distracted by not caring about them, as usual. She seems to hate children. I don't know why she's a teacher. Rose does the experiment wrong. It blows up. Everyone in the school dies. It's a multi-death, not just a one death. Everyone dies. So finally, the last character of the slideshow is Mr. Banana. Strengths. He is an apex predator. Oh my god. Secret identity. He keeps that secret identity under much, much more security than Adrian and Marina ever have done. They do not care in comparison, really. Weaknesses. Absolutely none. So his death. He slips on his own peel, falls into the sun, drowns. And that's the end of the presentation. So there you go, besties. That's how those characters would die. If you're wondering, hey, where was Adrian? Where was Marinette? Where was Alia? They were in the first part, okay? So there are still some characters I definitely didn't do, like I haven't done the rest of like Alia's family or Chris, you know, my fave. Who else did I miss? I know I missed other people. I didn't do the photographer, Vincent. Apparently all the miraculous characters have just decided to up and exit my brain right now. But there are a couple here and there I missed out. I don't know if I want to do a part 3 to this, but anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you think of this, if you enjoyed it. But if you didn't enjoy it because of how you're feeling now, please don't leave the video feeling some type of way. Like I said, please check the description box for some resources. So I'd love to know what the rest of you thought of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!